Okay, so my name is Thomas Hayat, and this is the basic foundation of astrology. Is the quaternary, the four elements and their qualities: fire, earth, air, water, and the qualities attached to those elements. Fire is hot, earth is cold, air is dry, water is humid. Before I go any further, astrology is not an occult science or even a religion. It does not have temple to take your money or receive your offerings or anything like that. It is just the ultimate form of engineering, everything relative to everything. That's why astrology is composed of astronomy, philosophy, history, everything. Now, in fact, those same colors, it's no hazard that even a simple pack of pen comes in those four colors, because blue and red are used already in plumbing, in the field of plumbing, to express cold and hot. It's also used in the electric field, where the hot will be red, the neutral will be blue, the green will be the ground or earth, and the black wire in electricity can be a run wire between a replacement of the red. And in astrology, it's air. So we have fire, water, earth, and air. So the way it works is the combination of fire and air creates heat. The combination of fire and earth creates dry. Air and water creates humidity. And earth and water combine to make cold. These qualities are everywhere, not just on Earth, but also in our solar system. Now let me pause to explain why all this matters. So this is a map showing the orbits of each planet. As you can see, the orbits are not all like if you were to throw a pebble in the center and then it would equally be on each side. It's actually off center. And the reason for that is because of gravitational pull. How does that relate to heat? Well, it's pretty simple actually. Every time a comet passes by the sun, as it gets close to the sun, the comet heats up. The water that's inside in form of ice eventually evaporates, leaving behind the comet a trail of steam. That's what happened to Halley's Comet. That's what happens to all the planets. As they get close, they warm up, just the same as the Earth turns on itself and exposes one side to the sun, it warms up. Now with cold air, in this time of the year, which is fall out here at the library, Shoot Library, this time of the year, the leaves shrivel. They contract because cold contract and heat expands. So in spring, they're going to make leaves that are going to expand. It is just that simple, really. Now, why does this matter that they're not on center? Because in order for motion to happen, everything you see on there has an electromagnetic charge. So it is subjected to the electromagnetic field around each planet or caused by each planet and how it interacts with the others. So for instance, here if we look up closer, we have Jupiter, which has the strongest magnetosphere of all the solar system, even stronger magnetosphere than the Sun itself, which has 30 million magnetic poles. Saturn is the second largest magnetosphere. Now we know for sure that our Earth, which is over here, has an iron core. It's so hot, it's a liquid iron core. But iron and magnetosphere, well, it's like metal and steel and a magnet. There's a clear reason why it attracts one another. So as things go off center, then the attraction is not the same. Like for example, in the case of if we're looking at Pluto over here, it is closer now to Earth than it would be if it was to be on this side of its orbit. And then its influence on the pull on Earth wouldn't be the same. Now let me pause again and explain with Saturn how does that affect the solar system. So let me just read this to you. The magnetosphere of Saturn is the cavity created in the flow of the solar wind by the planet internally generated magnetic field, just as the Earth has a magnetic field that goes through its core, which is made of iron. Discovered in 1979 by the Pioneer 11 spacecraft, Saturn magnetosphere is the second largest of any planet in the solar system after Jupiter. So we have a clear link between one, energy, which is generated in the form of heat, and also in the form of electromagnetic field. So whatever the sun emits gets captured by other magnetic object and then retransferred as it goes and pulls around. I'll have to remember to make a video to show with actual magnets how things literally spin. But anyway, the point of all this is that this video is going to have to be edited somehow, because there's something that's really very, very, very annoying today with the internet. It's all this copyright nonsense, where people think that by adding a gazillion word to something, they basically own the solar system. If they talk about the moon, then that's it, it's theirs, and it's nonsensical. Anyway, to get back to what I was trying to say, in the most ancient civilization, which is the Babylonian civilization, the Sumerians, they have a prayer which ends here, which here is, my God, my sins are 7 times 7, forgive my sin. My Goddess, my sins are 7 times 7, forgive my sin. Known and unknown God, my sins are 7 times 7, forgive my sin. So we have the 7 that repeats over 3 different lines and twice in each line. Now, these gods here, I'm struggling to open my windows properly, but these gods are the 7 gods that are mentioned in this Sumerian prayer. And each one of those gods, when you do the research, actually matches the name of a planet of our solar system. So this is what the ancient used to do, is just worship nature, just as it is outside. This is all they could see was trees and the sky and the ground. There was no buildings, there was no cars, there was no computers, nor internet, nor phone. So the only way to learn anything or to make sense out of anything was it has to be on earth as it is in heaven. That coinage phrase has been used for millennia now. I'm gonna have to stop here and then start a new video so that I can gather my thoughts and not track everybody 7 different ways.